What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mr.Bishi channel. This is going to be a video on balance shaft deletes on 4G6 engines. I did a lot of reading online, saw some videos about what people did for doing balance shaft deletes, and there's really about two ways you can go about this. The first way is the common way that most people will get a balance shaft delete kit, and they will get a set of bearings and they will install them clock 90 degrees. Now, if you're wondering why we're talking about deleting the balance shafts or what they are, there's tons of videos out there for that. But in short, they're basically two shafts that run down the engine. On either side, there's a primary and a secondary, and they're to get rid of the buzzy noises that four cylinders inherently have. Enough about that. We're deleting them. Why? Because they can cause to be an extreme failure point that you can just eliminate from your engine. We can also improve the oil pressure. A lot of videos on that. But the thing I really want to talk about today is the two different ways you can do this and what you may have to do in case one way isn't going to work for you and how to tell. And the first way, as you mentioned, is doing the balance shaft delete kit. The balance shaft delete kit you can order from many places online. They'll come with a little piece that will delete the balance shaft inside the pump, but the part that I want to talk about is the block preparation. So they'll give you some bearings, which are like these here. So they'll give you the factory bearings, and as you can see, there's an oil hole on them that is supposed to correspond with the oil holes that are inside the block. Excuse the shavings, we are doing work to it, so we're still cleaning this as we go. Don't leave your motor like that when you put it together. In the back, you can see this back rear balance shaft bore here for the journal. These two different journals are different sizes, so the bearings, you can't mix them up. So for example, you go to put this guy in here, it'll be a nice press fit in. This opposite one, which will have the same part number, by the way, because they're part of a kit. So these two are the matching correspondings, and then there's one this is actually the old and the new. And then over on my bench, I have two more. They'll just actually slip right through here, so you can't mix them up. The main thing, though, is you may find that, let's say your block had a failure like this one did, where one of the balance shaft, the journal inside the block is all totally scored up. You go to put the bearing in, it sits kind of loose. Well, that's what I found, and that's a concern, because what that means is when this is installed 90 degrees apart, it may still actually leak oil out of here. If that happens, you're going to lose oil pressure. It's going to go, you're going to throw away a bunch of money, either way. So if you are in the situation like this is the secondary fix. So instead of installing one of these 90 degrees, Mitsubishi has, as you can see right here, where this journal that is the feed hole lines up right with this port here. Maybe this will come out for you. Probably won't, but even if it does, you're still going to have to drill it out, because what we do, especially because we found for this one, which maybe we can see it in there, the bearing surface is all scored up because the balance shaft threw itself away in this engine. Which, by the way, guys, if you're getting low oil pressure lights and you think it's rod knock or something, it could actually be a bad balance shaft, and deleting the balance shaft is another reason why we want to eliminate that. If one of these balance shafts wear out, then there's too much oil clearance around the shaft, you lose oil pressure. But anyways, we drilled through into the oil gallery with a 1/8 MPT tap drill bit, and then tapped it using, it's a bit of a trick here, but it's a 1/8 MPT tap. I'll put this down here so you can see. And then here is a 1/4 inch extension, and then what we've actually done, actually, my friend did all of this while I was off doing something else, but we've made it so that it fits the 1/4 inch extension can actually now pass through the block, so it can fit and hold the MPT tap while you drive it from the outside to tap the inner oil gallery with a 1/8 MPT tap to put a plug in there. So that way we're going to plug off that oil gallery completely internally in the block. We don't have to worry about the worn out journal. This block can still be used in a balance shaft delete application. And on the outside here, because we drilled this side out, we drilled it for a 1/4 inch MPT. And then we put a plug out here, which is just bigger than the one out here. So it all still works. And this is how you can make sure this is the guaranteed way to fix this issue. And you don't have to deal with any bearing shafts, anything like that. You don't have to deal with any of that. So I thought I'd just point this out. On the opposite side, this one doesn't have a hole because it gets lubricated by the balance shaft. It's hollow and pushes oil out. Very good to know also how your oil system works when you're working on the engine. Another good guy to watch on this, Jaffro Mobile. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but he's got a lot of videos from way back on a lot of this stuff, and he's very, very informative. So if you want more information, I recommend checking out him. As for now, this is it. We're going to put the plugs in, and we're going to move on to putting together the rest of the stuff. Thanks for watching.